office. Yes, he is. Just a moment. I'll ring him for you.
Oh, Betty?
Oh, hello, Liza. What are you doing out of class?
Didn't she get here yet?
Who?
No, the new English teacher, Miss... whatever her name is.
Miss Meadows. Arbutus Meadows.
Arbutus? What a thing to have to live with.
Maybe her mother didn't like children.
Well, where is she? Hasn't she arrived yet?
Not yet. She better get here pretty soon before Mr. Fowler throws a fit.
Hey, how is our new principal anyway?
You know how principals are, Liza.
I mean, you like working for him.
Surely to tell, his first day in there.
How can you be so blasé?
Huh?
How can you take it so calmly working for a man like Edward Fowler?
What do you expect me to do? Beat my head on the floor and salon toward Mecca?
No, a man like that. One of the best people I ever saw in my life. For a high school principal, of course. I was lucky enough to write him.
It's luck, all right. I'm not sure yet which kind.
But I mean, the most to say the least. And he's so young, too.
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, he's not that young, Liza.
Oh, I know. I have no illusions about that. But the trouble is, people think you have to be ancient before they'll even look at you. And by that time, what good does it do you?
I believe you, Miss Methuselah.
I may not be Methuselah, but I certainly feel like it this year. Imagine, Betty, me, a senior.
That's life or something.
When I look at those freshmen, I am so appalled. Have you ever seen such infants?
I've noticed that. They get younger every year.
But to get back to Mr. Fowler.
What about him?
Well, I know he's not married, but is he really, unattached?
You know, it never occurred to me to ask you that.
Stranger things have happened in the past.
Stranger than what?
Huh? Stranger than what I wasn't thinking about before when you thought I was.
I sure wish you'd tell me where you get these dreams, Liza. I could use a few myself.
It is possible enough if it wasn't for the competition. But, speaking of competition,
You're not particularly eager to this office, are you? Are you two still at it?
of course not. How do I even know she's alive? I know that she isn't.
I thought you two would get over this by now that you're both seniors.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, if you don't know, I can't tell. What kind of is today?
We're supposed to have an English class, but there's no teacher.
She's been delayed. You two better get back to class before Mr. Fowler finds you here.
Mr. Fowler? Can I go in and see him, Betty? I have something very important to discuss with him.
Very important. Like what?
Why, my future. You know, what I'm going to do after I graduate.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Suzanne, you have a faculty advisor for that. This isn't the time or place for it.
It isn't?
If I didn't have enough trouble, we'd have to go and get a handsome principal yet. Oh, hi, Mr. Fowler.
Something I can do, young ladies?
Oh, Mr. Fowler, these are a couple of our seniors, Liza Felton and Suzanne Hart.
Well, fine. Always glad to see a couple of seniors.
Oh, I guess you'll be seeing a lot of it, Mr. Fowler.
Yes, of course.
I was wondering if I could talk to you, Mr. Fowler. It's very important. She just wanted to report that the new English teacher, Miss Meadows, hasn't arrived yet.
Miss Meadows hasn't arrived yet. Well, that's bad. Very bad. We can't tolerate that sort of thing, can we?
No, sir.
Advice?
Mr. Fowler, I'm having a problem.
Heaven.
Girls, back to your classrooms now. Mr. Fowler is too busy.
Am I? Yes, sir. I'm too busy now. Some other time, girls.
All right, then, Mr. Fowler. Some other time, Mr.
I won't very much to make a success of my proposal, Miss Grady.
Well, I'm sure you
And
will.
it may not be as easy as that. See, I have certain qualms concerning my relations with Mr. Stone.
I see.
I would like your advice about that. Undoubtedly, you're better acquainted with the gentleman than I am.
See, Solomon Stone, the illustrious head of our school. Oh, yes, I'm very well acquainted with him.
I have an impression that he doesn't entirely approve of it.
Oh, you must be wrong about that. He hired you, didn't he?
Yes, but under slightly unusual circumstances.
Really?
You know Miss Stone, his daughter, you know her.
Dolores Stone? Of our teaching staff? I know her.
I have a distinct impression that she was largely responsible for my appointment as principal.
Dolores was? How?
I had several interviews with Mr. Stone during the past summer, and he seemed, shall we say, unenthusiastic about my qualifications.
Sounds just like you.
Until I met Miss Stone.
What happened then?
One thing, that is, I have a sneaking suspicion that she persuaded my father to do this post.
That doesn't surprise me. I hear she can get anything she wants out of Mr. Stone.
Of course, I'm sure Miss Stone acted quite unselfishly. I mean that she had the best interest of the Central High.
I'm sure. I did.
At any rate, no matter how I receive the appointment, I'm naturally most anxious to make a success of it.
Naturally.
It was my thought that if you would, Miss Gray, you could give me some pointers on how to handle Mr. Stone.
I can give you one. When you see him coming, duck.
Surely it's not that bad.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that I might incriminate myself. Pardon me. Good morning. This is your high principal's office. Mr. Fowler? Yes, he is. Just a moment. Just a moment. Speak of the devil.
Mr. Stone? Fowler speaking. Oh, yes, sir. Quite well, sir. Yes, everything seems to be progressing smoothly. You are? Oh, I mean, you are. Very well, Mr. Stone. We'll expect you. He's sitting over here.
Fine. That's all we needed to make this morning a success.
What do you suppose he wants?
Probably just checking up on you. Mr. Fowler's very great when he's checking up on people.
That's so soon? My first day as principal? My first hour?
You're not nervous, Mr. Fowler.
Miss Gray, I have a confession to make. I'm scared stiff.
Oh, now don't get all upset. It's not as bad as all that.
What do I do? I mean, what's the best way to handle it?
Good cigars.
Cigars? Oh. Why am I doing that? I've never smoked a cigar in my life. Miss Gray, you wouldn't have...
I never smoked one either. I could run down to the store if you'd like and get you some.
Oh, if you would, I'd appreciate it more than I can say.
Don't think anything of it. I'll be right back.
Why not, may I ask?
Because you're, you're too cute.
Really? You mean that?
For a principal to look like I do.
Oh, yes, a principal. And now perhaps we better get down to business, Miss Meadows.
Here's your scars.
Oh, cigars, yes. Thank you.
I'm Artist Meadows, the new English